The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. To see what is right and not do it as want of courage. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability. He is not distressed the fact that men don't recognize the ability that he has. When you have a foes, do not fear to abandon them. Your life is what your thoughts make it. A wise man makes his own decisions, an ignorant man follows public opinion. The harder you work, the luckier you get. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. To be wrong it is nothing unless you continue to remember it. The key to success is to focus on goals, note obstacles. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. The gem cannot polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. When we see men of a worthy character, we shall think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we shall turn inward and examine ourselves. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The more you oughtn't have sex, the less you want it. The superior man is firm in the right way, and not merely firm. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. The superior man is satisfied and composed. The mean man is always full of distress. When you see a good person, think of becoming like her, him. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. To see what is right and not do it as want of courage. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.